Hi again, everybody, and welcome to more exciting action this week on the World Wrestling Federation. Yours truly, Jack Reynolds, along with Jesse the Body Ventura.
That's right, Jack, the World Wrestling Federation, where you see the greatest wrestlers in the world today.
This week, Mr. USA, Tony Atlas.
That's right, Tony Atlas, built almost as good, almost, as Jesse the Body Ventura.
David Sammartino.
The son of the living legend, Bruno Sammartino.
The Intercontinental Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Greg the Hammer Valentine.
With Chico Santana hot on his tail.
And Blackjack Mulligan's Barbecue with Jim Neidhart and Mr. Fuji.
Jim Neidhart and Mr. Fuji definitely should be interesting on the Blackjack's Barbecue.
Right now, let's go up to the ring and the introductions to our first bout.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match, one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first from parts unknown, weighing 225 pounds, Mr. X. His opponent from Roanoke, Virginia, weighing 250 pounds, Tony, Mr. USA Atlas.
Mr. USA, Tony Atlas, going up against Mr. X. There's the bell, the match officially underway, and right now Mr. X pounding away.
That's right, Mr. X caught Mr. USA a little bit off balance. Mr. X throwing Tony Atlas into the corner, comes in with a big shoulder. Like I said, Jack, Tony Atlas, tremendous body, almost as good as mine.
No arguments on this corner. Mr. X pounding away right now on Tony Atlas. Your referee for this bout is Roger Francoeur.
And you can see Tony Atlas block that punch, throws Mr. X in the corner, and now big Tony Atlas is going to work on Mr. X. Big headbutt, down goes Mr. X.
Boy, Mr. X felt the effects of that tremendous headbutt by Mr. USA, Tony Atlas.
And Atlas, yes, he's going for a pile driver. I haven't seen Tony Atlas use a pile driver. He's looking to the crowd. What's he asking them? Tony Atlas asking the crowd something.
And the crowd responds.
Oh, the press slam. And look how easy Tony Atlas presses Mr. X. Big body slam. Atlas moves the referee out of the way, and a big cover. 1, 2, and that's it, Jack.
Very impressive, Mr. USA, Tony Atlas. Boy, didn't waste, I'll tell you, wasted no time in defeating Mr. X.
That's right, Tony Atlas made short work of Mr. X. Mr. X got off to a quick start, but after that, Big Tony took over on him, and that's all she wrote, Jack.
All right, let's get the official decision right now.
The winner of the match, Tony, Mr. USA Atlas.
Once again, we're going to pick up the video replay as Tony Atlas takes complete control of this bout against Mr. X.
There you can see the tremendous strength of Tony Atlas. Just cleans the man right, almost like an Olympic snatch, right over his head. Presses him. Mr. X it looks like he's saying, please don't drop me. But Big Tony's definitely going to drop him. Walks him around the ring. Tremendous strength. And there goes Mr. X, and that's all she wrote, Jack.
Tony coming in now with a big splash as X lies helplessly on the canvas. Roger Francoeur, referee. There is that big splash.
Tony Atlas coming down all 250 pounds, right on the chest of Mr. X, and it's a simple 1, 2, 3.
All right, Mr. USA, Tony Atlas. And I'll tell you, Tony Atlas seemed to be a man with a mission. He seemed to be... I detected, Tony, thank you for joining us here on the World Wrestling Federation. I detected, Tony, that you're mad about something.
It's wrestling, baby. You don't go in there smiling, grinning, and giggling unless you want your behind whooped. You get in that ring, if you ain't serious, you might as well keep yourself at home. You understand where I'm coming from?
I know where you're coming from, Tony. But I noticed that you were exceptionally, I don't know, like a man with a mission this week.
Well, you got to stop playing around. You get in that ring, you play around, these guys hurting you. I get tired of going to the hospital, guys jumping on me and doing me all wrong, thinking that I can't TCB, take care of business. You know, because if a guy is under 600 pounds, he's going to reach the skyscraper. Like they got John Stud and all these big guys running around talking about 300 and some pounds. I do curls with 300 pounds. On the bench, I warm up with 300 pounds. 300 pounds don't mean nothing to me. That's just another weight to me. You let Stud and some of them jump there behind the ring and see if I don't wipe the ceiling with them.
Tony, I know that you're a very dedicated man, not only in the ring, but out of the ring as well, and it shows. And it shows when you're in that ring, as you said, TCB, taking care of business, man. That's where
you want to shuck and jab, man. You might well keep yourself home. There's no place for wrestling. You know, you get in that ring, your body is your protection. We don't have no shoulder pads. We don't have no padding nowhere. These my pads right here. It's the only thing that protects me, just my power and my knowledge in that ring. And when I get in the ring, I'm getting tired of playing around with folks. They get in there, I'm just going to whoop up on them and leave.
Okay.
That's all there is to it, man.
Tony Atlas, Mr. USA. Tony, as always, it's always a pleasure not only watching you in that ring, but also it's a pleasure talking to you, chatting with you outside the ring. One other thing that I'd like to ask you, Tony, a lot of youngsters from time to time come up to me and ask me, they say, how many times does Tony Atlas train? How often does he get into the gym to get in there and pump iron?
Well, you can ask Jesse Ventura in there, man. We all train the same way. From 7 in the morning until 3 in the evening, man. If we ain't running, we pumping that steel. We ain't pumping that steel. We got sparring partners that we train with, and we stand around beating and hitting and getting mean and stuff. My wife don't even want me coming home no more. She told me to stay outside on the porch with the dogs. Don't you come in here acting like that. She don't even want to kiss me no more. She said, I'm too mean. She said, I'm always want to hurt her or something. Ain't going to hurt. I love her.
All right, Mr. USA, Tony Atlas. Right now, a World Wrestling Federation update.
Our update this week centers on the World Wrestling Federation Ladies Championship. We have a new ladies champion. The new ladies champion is Leilani Kai of Hawaii, and the stunning news is that Wendy Richter has lost her title. The other stunning news is that the manager of Leilani Kai is the fabulous Moolah.
Yes, I want to thank Cindy from the bottom of my heart. She helped me, and this is the biggest thing.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
Hey, come on.
What the hell is going on? What is it? Wait a minute. Oh, come on. Come on. That's a fabulous Moolah in there. Come on. That's Moolah. Look what is she doing. Come on.
Wendy Richter has announced her intention of evoking the 60-day return clause in her contract. She cites Moolah as being an interference in her match, thereby causing her to lose the title. Next week, we're going to have footage of this most controversial match. We'll be able to show you exactly what took place.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match, one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Commack, New York, weighing 240 pounds, Gino Carabella. His opponent, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing 250 pounds, David Sammartino.
David Sammartino here on the World Wrestling Federation against Gino Carabello. The referee is John Bonello, and boy, we've got the Italian connection in there.
Yeah.
There's the bell, the match officially underway.
It appears that way, and here's your favorite again, Jack, David Sammartino.
My favorite. Why do you say my favorite? I happen to like David. I think that David is a fine young man, and I think he is as far as professional wrestling is concerned, he is a young man that someday I feel will be the world's champion.
I feel, Jack, that he's living in the footsteps and shadow of his old man, Bruno Sammartino. And as you know, and I've told you many times, Jack, I'm the man that caused Bruno Sammartino to retire. When Bruno heard Jesse the Body was coming to the World Wrestling Federation, Bruno smartly said, "That's enough for me."
You won't give credit where credit is due. That young David Sammartino has learned his trade very well. He is a fine professional wrestler, a young man with all the moves. He's got a great body. He's got great strength, agility, and I think he's just outstanding in the ring.
He's very good. He's gone to an arm bar here in a leg trip. David Sammartino has made tremendous progress, but he still, Jack, is not in my caliber.
Well, I have no comments.
David working that arm bar now, putting the pressure on the elbow joint right there. He's got Carabella yelling in that ring, putting the pressure. You see him back and putting the elbow against the knee. And there a big knee drop on the bicep muscle. And back to the arm bar again. David Sammartino's learned his lessons well.
Look at the teacher he had. Right now, Gino Carabello pounding as David Sammartino working on that left arm as Jesse described.
Sammartino again driving that knee into the bicep muscle. And believe me, that smart's coming down from about 3 feet with the point of the knee right into the bicep. And now, if you look close, see how he's driving the knee into the back of the elbow, and Carabella's making it to the ropes. That's a smart move on his part.
Gino Carabello able to reach the ring ropes. Referee John Bonello asked for the break, and David Sammartino breaking cleanly.
Carabello with a shot to the midsection, a shot to the head, and into a full Nelson. I really doubt if he's going to hold David Sammartino in a full Nelson. And a beautiful back suplex. Did you see David reverse that full Nelson and right into the back suplex?
I don't know how Carabello got up from that tremendous move.
And a beautiful flip over power slam, hooks the leg, 1, 2, 3. Nice fall by David Sammartino.
Now you see what I mean, Jesse? When you watch this young man in action in the ring here on the World Wrestling Federation, you gotta like the young man. He is a tremendous professional wrestler.
He's a man with a future, but he's still 2 years away, Jack.
The winner of the match, David Sammartino.
All right, let's pick up the video replay once again. David Sammartino in action. David with the full Nelson.
There you see Carabello's got the full Nelson on. Sammartino reverses it, picks him up. Beautiful back suplex. Boom, right on the back of the neck. Right on the back of the neck. Carabella doesn't know where he's at right now. Sammartino's moving in for the kill. Beautiful action by our cameraman. Super slow motion here. Sammartino throwing Carabella into the ropes, hooks him into a beautiful power body slam, turns him over. Beautiful stop action.
What a tremendous move in there by David Sammartino. He's the winner in his bout against Gino Carabello. Coming up, we have a special interview here on the World Wrestling Federation, and then back with more exciting action. The greatest event in the world of professional wrestling. Coming your way Sunday, March 31st at 1 p.m., it's WrestleMania. For the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team title, Barry Windham and Mike Rotundo, the champions, will defend their crown against Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik. In a battle of the Titans, Andre the Giant against Big John Studd. For the Intercontinental Wrestling Heavyweight Championship, the champion Greg the Hammer Valentine will take on the Junkyard Dog. For the Ladies Championship, the World Wrestling Federation champion Lalani Kai, along with the Fabulous Moolah, against the challenger Wendy Richter and Cyndi Lauper in her corner. And in the main event, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff and Roddy Piper, with Ace Cowboy Bob Orton in their corner, will take on the World Wrestling Federation champion Hulk Hogan and the one and only Mr. T, and in their corner, Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Be a part of wrestling history. Be sure and get your tickets now for WrestleMania, coming your way at the following locations. Don't miss this one, wrestling fans.
Okay, now cut 3. Let me just make sure I got my shit together.
gentlemen, this will be a tag team match. One fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Burlington, Ontario, weighing 235 pounds, Joe Marcus. His partner, from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 238 pounds, Quick Draw, Rick McGraw. First, I'd like to introduce the manager, Classy Fred Blassie. Now introducing from Iran, weighing 250 pounds, the Iron Sheik. His partner from Russia, weighing 313 pounds, Nikolai Volkov. Ladies and gentlemen, Nikolai Volkov would like you all to stand and pay respect while he sings the Russian anthem.
There's the tandem of Nikolai Volkov, the Iron Sheik, along with manager, the classy Mr. Freddie Blassie.
Well, let me tell you something, Jack. As you know, a couple years ago, classy Freddie Blassie, the Hollywood fashion plate, managed none other than myself.
That's right.
Jesse the Body Ventura. And let me tell you something, Jack. Classy Freddie made me a lot of money. So I have respect for Mr. Blassie.
Rick McGraw and Joe Marcus, the opponents of the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. McGraw will start things off against the Iron Sheik.
You know, Nikolai Volkov wants to sing his Russian national anthem, and I think the people are a bit out of line, Jack, in not letting him do it. I mean, it's his country regardless.
Nikolai Volkov told me that, for instance, if Jesse the Body Ventura went over to the USSR, and if you wanted the playing of the national anthem prior to your bouts, he claims that you would get respect.
Well, I guess he would know. I don't know.
Watching the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov, the greatest tag team in the history of wrestling. Nikolai Volkov, the Iron Sheik, and I guarantee you, they're going to win that tag team title.
That's the voice of Freddie Blassie.
There you can see the Iron Sheik working over Quick Draw Rick McGraw and getting him to the corner, right into Nikolai Volkov's big boot. And I think that's about a size 16 you're looking at. Now Volkov made a mistake and but no, he recovered from it.
McGraw with a tag, Joe Marcus in there right now, and Volkov going to work on Marcus, and a little double teaming going on with the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov.
And if you saw Volkov threw him into that pointed toe of the Sheik's boot.
Oh.
There's a back suplex. Good move by the Iron Sheik.
Oh,
great amateur wrestler from Iran. Represented the Iranian Olympic team, I believe, on 2 different occasions.
All right, Nikolai Volkov in there right now.
Picking up Marcus. Now you're going to see a big press to a big backbreaker, and that could be it. And that is it, Jack.
That's it. Referee Terry Yorkston managed to get a 3 count in there. Uh-oh. Rick McGraw thrown out of the ring. Joe Marcus out of the ring. Wow.
Let me tell you something. I think the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov and Freddie Blassie are serving notice to the World Tag Team Champions Rotundo and Wyndham that they're on their tail, brother.
Let's get the official decision right now.
The winners of the match, the team of Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik.
Boy, oh boy, I'll tell you. They mean, I have seen the Iron Sheik and Volkov many, many times in action. But boy, I'll tell you, this week, something else. All right, back with more here on the World Wrestling Federation right after this special interview. The greatest event in the world of professional wrestling is coming your way. WrestleMania, Sunday, March 31st at 1 p.m. For the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team title, the champions Barry Windham and Mike Rotundo against Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik. In a battle of the Titans, Andre the Giant against Big John Studd. For the Intercontinental Wrestling Heavyweight Championship, Greg the Hammer Valentine, the champion, against the Junkyard Dog. For the World Wrestling Federation Ladies title, it'll be the challenger, Wendy Richter, along with Cyndi Lauper in her corner, against Leilani Kai and the fabulous Moolah in her corner. And in the main event, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff and Roddy Piper teaming up, along with Ace Cowboy Bob Orton in their corner, against the incredible Hulk Hogan and Mr. T, along with Jimmy Superfly Snuka in their corner. Wrestling fans, don't miss this one. This is an event that is going to make professional wrestling history. Make sure and get your tickets. Get your tickets now. Check the following locations, wrestling fans. This is an event that you won't want to miss. With me right now, the Intercontinental Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, along with his manager, Jimmy Hart.
Super Sunday, WrestleMania, the biggest card in the history of professional wrestling. I can't believe it. Dog, you better be ready, because I promise you my Valentine will be Greg the Hammer, right, baby?
What would Wrestling Mania be? The biggest show ever. What would it be without Greg the Hammer Valentine and Jimmy Hart? The real rock and roll wrestling connection. Junkyard Dog, JYD, whatever they call you. Big, tough black athlete. Calls himself the greatest black athlete, the greatest black wrestler of all time. Gonna get down and dirty with the Junkyard Dog. Well, I can't wait, because I am the master of the figure four leg rock, and you're going to find that out.
Don't forget, wrestling fans, make your plans right now to get your tickets. Don't miss this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match, one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Hollywood, California, weighing 240 pounds, Goldie Rogers. His opponent, now approaching the ring. First, I'd like to introduce the manager, Captain Louis Albano. Now introducing from Mudlick, Kentucky, weighing 282 pounds, Hillbilly Jim.
There he is, from the hills of Kentucky, Hillbilly Jim, along with his new manager, Captain Lou Albano, under the tutelage of the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion, Hulk Hogan.
That's right. The incredible Hulk Hogan, the champion, has taken this guy, Hillbilly Jim, from the hills of Kentucky, and is trying to turn him into a wrestler. Now, he's a big, awesome-looking dude, but who knows if he can really wrestle? Who knows if the man will develop to be a wrestler?
Well, you and I saw him most recently, and he looked very impressive in his victory here on the World Wrestling Federation.
Well, I want to see him against a real formidable opponent sometime.
His opponent is very formidable this week in the veteran Goldie Rogers.
Well, we'll see what Hillbilly Jim has learned from the incredible Hulk Hogan and his new manager, Captain Lou Albano.
Referee Roger Francoeur. There's the bell. We're waiting for Hillbilly Jim. Let's see if he remembers to take his hat off.
Well, so far he hasn't. The hat's still on his head. He's jawing with the people.
All right, Albano calling for his hat. Albano calling for the hat. There it is.
Now maybe we'll get a wrestling match. We'll see what he's learned from the incredible Hulk Hogan.
Goldie Rogers and Hillbilly Jim.
And Hillbilly Jim offered to shake hands, but Goldie don't want no part of it, it looks like.
Well, Hillbilly Jim is a big old friendly guy. He'd like to shake hands and may the best man win, but Rogers will have no part of it.
And Rogers tries for a big tackle, and the big man from Kentucky didn't budge an inch.
Well, Captain Lou, there he is. Captain Lou Albano already enjoying the festivities in the ring.
You know, I look at Captain Lou and I look at Hillbilly Jim, and who really knows? They might be father and son for all you know.
Honestly, if this man was unreal.
Goldie Rogers getting a hammerlock on Hillbilly Jim.
Proud to be at the side of this champion.
And Goldie's being smart. He's moving with him. And the big Hillbilly's trying to, and he is. He's powering his way out with one hand. Now, that was impressive, Jack.
Good power move in there by the big man from Kentucky, Hillbilly Jim. Shaking hands with Captain Lou Albano as manager.
I'll tell you something, though, Jack. The man is too friendly, in my opinion, to be in professional wrestling.
You feel he doesn't have enough tiger in him?
He's too friendly. He's going to run up against somebody, and I won't say who, that's going to do some dirty work on him.
No names, please.
And we'll find out how tough this guy from Kentucky really is.
Well, we'll have to wait and see about that. Captain Lou Albano here at ringside.
There you can see Goldie Rogers working over Hillbilly Jim, going for a body slam, but I don't think there's no way he's going to get the big man from Kentucky up.
Look at Hillbilly Jim coming up with Goldie Rogers now.
And a big body slam. Ouch.
Oh, he loves it. The fans love it.
He's signaling to the crowd for the bear hug. And he's got him. There's his hold. This could be it. It is it, Jack. That's it. The big bear hug.
That's the submission hold. And referee Roger Francoeur raises the hand of Hillbilly Jim in victory. All right, we're going to be going to Blackjack's Barbecue, Blackjack Mulligan, along with his special guest this week, Jim Neidhart, and his manager, Mr. Fuji.
And I got to say this, Mr. Fuji, you never cease to amaze me. You're always surprising me. Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Very, very true. I find this special man in Reno, Nevada. Like I said, only the elite come to Mr. Fuji's table. Right, boy-san?
Yes. Mr. Fuji has been very, very helpful. They don't call me the Anvil for nothing. When I take a man up in a big power slam, that's the Anvil toss. I'm the world record holder of the Anvil toss. 25 feet, 6 inches, 100-pound Anvil.
Wait a minute. 100-pound Anvil, 25 feet,
6 inches. The best in the world.
Now, Mr. Fuji, I got to admit now, some of the people you've managed in the past have a tendency to stretch the truth a little bit, but now,
you know, not only am I the world record holder in the Anvil toss, I also played football with the Oakland Raiders. Not like some Texas football players. We know who sat on the bench and didn't play at all.
Well, let me tell you something. You got the face of a nose guard, you look to me like. And let me tell you something. I would like for you to come on this show and demonstrate how anybody, human being, can throw a 100-pound Anvil 25 feet. I don't believe that. That's a bunch.
Anytime, any day. I'm the best. I'm the world record holder in the Anvil toss. Nobody's better than me.
You're the world record holder or something else. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next week. Keep those cards and letters coming in. And I'd like to see him throw an Anvil 25 feet because I don't believe that next week. Yeah, okay. See you next week.
Official WWF magazine and save. For only $14.47, you receive 8 issues with feature stories on the stars of WWF, full-color pictures, highlights of past ring performance, great action shots, and more. Save nearly 20% by ordering your subscription now. To order, send check or money order for $14.47 or your Visa MasterCard number and expiration date to Official WWF magazine, P.O. Box 20500, Bergenfield, New Jersey, 07621.
Madison Square Garden, we will join the matchup in progress. It'll be Hulk Hogan in his World Wrestling Federation title defense against Rowdy Roddy Piper.
I cannot hear myself even think. With a capacity crowd on hand, the champion is just, what is this? Mr. T. There has just been
just concerned with checking the arm of the champion.
You know, Piper is bad-mouthed every way.
Look at this.
Oh, he's coming back.
Look at Ace. That's outside interference.
Wait a minute.
Right there.
Orton is getting in the act. There comes that sling.
Look at the Hulk. He's locking him up. Oh, he dropped his arm on the turnbuckle.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you, I'm literally exhausted. I've never seen so much action so quick.
Wow, he went for another atomic drop and he got caught with a forearm, and the referee got wiped out by Hulk Hogan as he went down.
The referee is totally out of it.
He's down and out.
I think the referee is unconscious.
He's not moving the muscle. Look now. Orndorff.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Orndorff going up to the top.
Oh, please.
Look down.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Please. God, the referee is out of it. Now, Piper, Orndorff, perfectly double.
Look at Sidney. She's up on the apron.
104-pound little gal isn't going to do anything to these two men.
Sidney Lauper up on the apron. Come to the Hulk's assistance.
Wait a minute. What in the world is going on here? Now, Piper.
Look at Dave Wolf trying to drag her down.
Get her out of there.
She'll get killed in there. Get her out of there, Dave. Albano trying to drag her down. Oh, look at this. Orndorff going around the side rope now at Sidney Lauper.
What in the world is going on?
Can you believe this?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Mr. T over the railing.
Oh, no. Here comes Mr. T, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. T to the aid of Sidney Lauper. He got her out of there. They're inviting him inside the ring. That could be a big mistake.
Remember now, the Hulk is totally out of it. The referee is out of it. Mr. T, I don't know anything about his background as a wrestler.
He doesn't belong in the ring, Gene.
No, not especially in a 2-on-1 situation.
How about these two guys? This could be the biggest mistake of his life. Look! Piper nailed it from behind.
Pearl Harbor Orndorff.
Look at this Orndorff. Piper putting the boots to Mr. T.
Wait a minute.
The champion, look at the champion.
All hell is broken loose, ladies and gentlemen.
Champion back on his feet.
Hulk Hogan back on his feet. Referee is out of it. Mr. T.
Mr. T on his feet.
Listen to this.
Look at these two. Piper doesn't know what to do.
Wait a minute.
Mr. T after Orndorff. Unbelievable, but still in the ring, Mr. T, along with the world champion Hulk Hogan. We're going to get an announcement from Howard Finkel.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout as a result of a disqualification, Hulk Hogan.
Diamonds and gold, the most precious substances in the world. What you are about to see.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match, one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, weighing 251 pounds, A.J. Petrucci. His partner from Nice, France, weighing 235 pounds, the number one Frenchman, René Goulet. Their opponent, now about to enter the ring area. First from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing 260 pounds, the Junkyard Dog. And his partner from the Fiji Islands, weighing 250 pounds, Jimmy the Superfly Snuka.
What a tandem. What a tandem. Look at this. Superfly, Jimmy Snuka, JYD, Junkyard Dog. They're together. There goes René Goulet and A.J. Petrucci.
Boy, I'll tell you, the Superfly and the Junkyard Dog, this ought to be a dynamic tag team, Jack Reynolds, because the Superfly is awesome, and there's always action when the Junkyard Dog's in their butt. Don't underestimate A.J. Petrucci and the veteran René Goulet.
All right, Petrucci and Goulet right now getting back into the ring. Goulet going to start things off in this match against Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Both men circling wary around the ring, looking each other up and down. Snuka talking to the Junkyard Dog for a minute. Collar elbow hookup. And Goulet into an arm bar on the Superfly. Goulet putting the pressure on that elbow and wrist on Jimmy Superfly Snuka. And Snuka with a reverse, Jack. And the arm bar back on Goulet, and Goulet heads for the ropes.
The referee for this bout is Terry Yorkston. Yorkston asking for the break. Both men breaking cleanly.
Superfly shooting Goulet into the ropes. Big shoulder by Rene Goulet. Superfly drops down. Goulet up over the top. Leapfrog, beautiful. Backward leapfrog, unbelievable. And a huge chop. And down goes Rene Goulet.
What tremendous action with Jimmy Superfly Snuka taking down Rene Goulet, the French star, with a tremendous shot to the chest area.
But Superfly made a mistake and let Goulet push him into the corner. Goulet tags off to A.J. Petruzzi, but the Fly got out of there. Jimmy Snuka, a wily veteran himself. What action in this match, Jack? Collar elbow hookup. A.J. Petruzzi and Superfly. Jimmy Snuka. Snuka with a headlock on Petruzzi. Petruzzi trying to push on the chin of the Superfly to break the hold. Superfly tagging off to the Junkyard Dog, and here comes the Dog from Louisiana. A big headbutt, and down goes A.J. Petruzzi. And Goulet started into the ring, but thought twice about it, and heads out and tells the people how smart he is.
A.J. Petruzzi in there right now against the JYD, the Junkyard Dog.
And the Dog with an armbar on A.J. Petruzzi. Goulet sneaking up the ropes. I'll tell you, the wily Frenchman, but look at Snuka shaking the ropes. Keeping Goulet off balance. Junkyard Dog tagging off to the Superfly. Superfly with a big headbutt to the shoulder area. And Petruzzi's arm obviously is numb right now, Jack.
Jimmy Superfly Snuka in there right now, applying the pressure to A.J. Petruzzi.
Big arm bar, and the Superfly's cranking it on A.J.
Rene Goulet right now, watching but unable to do anything.
You know, I just saw something, Jack. The fans threw something, and Rene Goulet has something in his hand.
He does. He does. Look at that. Look at that. Oh. You talk about a sneak attack. Uncalled for.
The Junkyard Dog, as quick as he was, tagged Snuka and got into the ring, and he's working over Petruzzi with a series of headbutts in close right now.
I got a feeling before it's all over, Goulet is going to pay for that tactic.
Well, I'll tell you something, Jack, though. It is not Goulet's fault. It's the fault of the fans for throwing stuff. They know better. They should never, ever throw anything in the ring because it might hit another fan or one of the wrestlers.
Amen. Tremendous headbutt in there by the Junkyard Dog. Another headbutt.
And the JYD's got both men down on the mat. And he's going to pick both of them up. He's got them both. What is this? And bangs their head together. That'll give you Excedrin headache number 29, Jack.
A double collision in there by Goulet and Petruzzi as the Junkyard Dog gone wild in this match.
The JYD throws Petruzzi in, catches him with a big shoulder, tags the Superfly, and the Superfly's going up. Here it is, Jack. The one and only Superfly Jimmy Snuka. It's all over.
What a tremendous splash in there by Jimmy Superfly Snuka on A.J. Petruzzi. And wrestling fans, listen to the crowd.
The crowd loves it, Jack. When the Superfly hits the top rope, there's pandemonium breaking loose. Only as the World Wrestling Federation can do it.
Let's get the official decision.
The winners of the match, the team of the Junkyard Dog and Jimmy the Superfly Snuka.
Oh, what excitement. What tremendous excitement. There they are, victorious. Oh, the Superfly, Jimmy Snuka, and the JYD. Let's pick up the action once again on our video replay, Jesse the Body Ventura.
There you see the JYD throwing in A.J. Petruzzi, catches him with a big shoulder block. snaps his head. You've seen his head bounce off the ring. And Petruzzi is definitely seeing some cobwebs. There goes the Superfly up to the top rope. Look at the crowd. They're going berserk. And the one, the only Superfly Snuka leaping off the top rope, coming down from about 10 or 11 feet.
You know, this is the very first time that I have actually heard you doing some commentary and rooting for a combination of Superfly Snuka and JYD. Back with more right after we take time for this important interview. The greatest event in the world of professional wrestling coming your way. WrestleMania, Sunday, March 31st at 1 p.m. for the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship. Barry Windham and Mike Rotundo, the champions, against Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik. In a battle of the Titans, Big John Studd and Andre the Giant. For the Intercontinental title, Greg the Hammer Valentine will take on the Junkyard Dog. For the ladies' title, the champion, Lalani Kai, along with Moolah in her corner, against Wendy Richter, the former champion, and Cyndi Lauper. And in the main event, Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful, and Roddy Piper, along with Cowboy Bob Orton in their corner, against the incredible Hulk Hogan and Mr. T with Jimmy Superfly Snuka in their corner. Wrestling fans, this is an event. Wrestling history will be made. Be sure and get your tickets now at the following locations. Standing by right now, my colleague, Gene Okerlund, along with Hulk Hogan and Mr. T.
My pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce to you the Dream Team, if you will. Two of the most charismatic individuals, two finely tuned athletes, Mr. T, and come on in, World Wrestling Federation heavyweight champ, the big one coming up for you and your partner. I can't believe it.
You know me, Gene. I've been in a lot of tough spots in Madison Square Garden. I've been busted up a bunch of times, but never before has it gotten so heady, man. Was it so bad as with Roddy Piper and his entourage, that bodyguard Ace, Mr. Wonderful, all the cheap shots. But one thing, New York City, all around the world, you know, I had an ace in the hole. When I was down getting my brains kicked out, I looked up and I saw the shining star, brother. I saw Mr. T. He was directing traffic and taking care of business. And you know something? I said I'd do anything it'd take to get those three in the ring. And what I did was I went to this man. I looked right in the man's eyes, the eye of the tiger. And I said, brother, will you stick with me? Will you help me get the job done?
And I said I would. And I'm glad you asked me. And I'm going to be right there with you. And you tell me whatever you want to do, it's going to be done. And we're going to have to play dirty with these guys. No clean stuff.
One thing, though, the training, man. We got to hit the gym. We got to get the road work in some of that stuff you've been doing.
All right, that's true. But what this call for here, none of that clean stuff. This is guerrilla warfare. This is a combat zone. We're going to go to the army. We're going to train that way. That's right. The street fighting. None of that rules stuff, because they didn't play by the rules. We're not going to play by the rules. I'm going to take you down to the alleys. We're going to train up in them places, the dirty places, the rough places, the ghetto. That's what we're going back to. We're going to play rough.
What, Hulk, you used the term the combat zone, and certainly this man coming off the A-team and into this dream team, as I call it, Mr. T and yourself to meet Piper and Orndorff.
Well, you know, we're one and the same, man. We're people from the streets. He's from New York City. This is my home. And he's from Chicago. But they're one and the same, brother. They're one and the same.
Get down.
The same kind of people. And the thing is, I couldn't have found a better partner if I went all over the world, man. This dude kicks rear ends for a living. And it's going to be no different. If Mr. T...
That's right. You just tell me whatever you want to do, we're going to do it. I want you to get me strong, get me them pythons ready, man. That's what I'm going to do. You get me to the gym, teach me your way, then I'm going to teach you my way. We're going to be ready for these guys. The Piper and Orndorff and whoever else he got. The broken arm guy, whatever his name is. I don't care about him.
It don't matter, but the eye of the tiger, brother. Just like you taught me before in Rocky III.
That's right.
The eye of the tiger.
That's right. We're going to do it. We're going to do it, man. That's right. That's right.
New York won it.
They have gotten together finally, Mr. T, Hulk Hogan, and the showdown is about to begin in New York City.
Another exciting week of action here on the World Wrestling Federation.
Jack, there's always action in the World Wrestling Federation. And maybe, you know, sometime, Jack, you might be lucky enough to do the commentary and watch Jesse the Body wrestle. How would you like that?
Hope so. Next week, the ladies champion, Wendy Richter, will defend her World Wrestling Federation crown.
Well, I'll tell you a little secret about Wendy Richter. She always tries to get on the same card as Jesse the Body because she loves the sweat off my body.
Also, the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, the combination of Barry Windham and Mike Rotundo will defend their crowns next week here on the World Wrestling Federation.
Well, Jack, it's been your pleasure as usual.
For Jesse the Body Ventura, this is Jack Reynolds. See you next week.
And new World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion, the Incredible